Well, Aram Hamparian is Executive Director of the lobby group Armenian National Committee of America, and he joins me live from Washington, D.C. Thanks for being with us. First of all, your reaction to this move by the French Senate?
I think it was a very powerful move in the sense that it's a genocide prevention measure. It's a stand against Turkey's ongoing denial of the Armenian genocide, but more broadly, a stand for a world without genocide, a stand to end the cycle of genocide by fighting and preventing its repetition.
Well, clearly this is a very sensitive issue for Armenians around the world, but I want to ask you, France already has a law on its books recognizing the killing of Armenians as genocide. I believe it's had one since 2001 now. Why do you feel this should be taken further?
I think that the French government has decided that genocide denial is a crime, and that the current law cites the Holocaust as an example of genocide, that the denial of which is punishable, and they've added today the Armenian genocide. So they're trying to be consistent by saying that genocide denial, especially those genocides recognized officially by France, is illegal and is punishable by law.
As far as the historical debate on this issue, clearly the Turkish government feels that the number of people killed is far less and that it is exaggerated. What is your response to that?
Well, that's the typical line we've heard from Ankara for many years. As the rest of the world is recognizing this crime, as scholars, the media, and all other stakeholders are very clear about the facts of this case, Ankara has very stubbornly, obstinately held out and tried its best to deny this crime and to bully and bribe other countries into silence. So it's a losing game. There's really no future in it, and I think that one day, instead of protesting France and other countries that have recognized this crime, I look forward to a day when the citizens and government of Turkey thank the nations of the world for steering them in the right direction.
And do you expect this to go any further? Do you expect other countries to take further measures? Because the argument that's been made is that this is basically, as far as France is concerned, this is basically a political gesture to boost President Sarkozy's re-election prospects.
I don't see it that way. I think that the political spectrum, very broad political spectrum in France supported this measure. It wasn't a left or a right. It was a very, I think there were 5 or 6 parties involved, members from 5 or 6 parties who supported the measure. And I think that it's that kind of broad bipartisan, multi-partisan support exists not just in France, but in Russia and Sweden and Lebanon and Greece, Cyprus, so many other countries that have recognized this crime. One thing I'm very pleased to see is how this is getting so much attention in the United States. The French vote is getting a lot of attention in the United States, where President Obama, who promised as a candidate and as a senator to recognize this crime, walked away from his pledge. And I think this is a good reminder that the president needs to honor his own commitments and do the right thing and stand on the side of truth and justice. We're certainly, as Armenian Americans, going to make a very major push this April and throughout the rest of this year for the Congress and the president to do the right thing.
Good to get your perspective on this. Aram Hamparian in Washington, D.C. Many thanks for your time.